Tech Tuesday. The first tip of today is very quick and easy. When you're inside Google Chrome on the internet, when you're logged in to access your Google account, if someone else wants to come and use the computer, then they have to kick you out. You have to log out, maybe log out of the whole computer, let them log in. And for some people who share computers, it's very annoying. So if you're in the lower division and you have two people share a room, so it's frustrating. And if you are in the middle division and everyone shares classrooms and multiple teachers come into classes all day, it takes a very long time to log the last person out, log yourself in, log in forever. So here is a solution for that problem. This is called Incognito browsing. When you're on Google Chrome, if you click Ctrl Shift N, don't worry, it's inside the Google Doc, so you don't need to memorize that right now, but you should. Ctrl Shift N will open a private browser, which means that two people, then you can log in over there, and the two accounts won't mess each other up. So it's really nice. So two people can be logged in at the same time on the computer. Another reason you might want to use this is before you're giving a lesson, you want to make sure you test everything out so that it will work for the students. A lot of our issues come up when if something is a website's blocked, let's say, it's an issue if you didn't test it out before you gave it to the student. So another reason you would want to use Incognito is if you open an Incognito tab, then you can log in if you have a student test account, or if you make a student account, let's say in BrainPot, and you can log in as a student and test out and make sure that everything works. Those are two reasons why you would want to use Incognito browsing. Thumbs up?
So you have one teacher and one student.
Yeah.
When you
or you
log
have
in,
more two teachers safely on the computer.
when you log in Incognito, do your bookmarks come with you?
Great question. So that's
Take
what
two.
I wanted for the list. Okay. So, excellent question. Two things you should know is that in Incognito, it does not save your history. So if you remember from an old Tech Tuesday, I taught you Ctrl Shift T. If you close a tab by accident, Ctrl Shift T will open that tab back up. Incognito, that won't work because it does not save any of your history. So that's one thing you should know. And also same thing, that it will not have your bookmarks. So something to keep, great question. Something to keep
So
in
to get
mind.
to this, you have to
You
press
have to be
first.
inside. Yep, just be inside.
Yes, and then you do
Control
Control Shift
Shift
N.
Yeah, that's a shortcut.
And then you sign in again.
And then you sign into your account. Correct.
Into your-
It's brand new. Okay. Next is one of my favorite things I've found all year to share with you is a another pre-made template. If you remember, I've mentioned Matt Miller a bunch of times. I love him. He makes amazing templates that he shares with everyone to use, and I bring it to you and I give it to you. So, say hello to all of our technology team. And this is the interactive smart notebook that he made. You see this? So, first thing I want you to notice, this is a what? This is a Google slide. It looks different than usual. First thing you should know is that you can customize the shape of your Google slides. This we made into 8x11, which means it'll print
Like a
out
page.
into perfect piece of paper. So it's literally notebook pages now. Yes. Also, I want you to notice is these are the margins. Right? This is the page, and these are the margins. You can use the margins. For example, like this situation, if you're labeling an image, the kids or you can put an image right here and then drag in arrows to point out parts of the image.
And when you print it, those arrows obviously will not come in.
No, as long if the arrows are on the page,
Right.
it will print. If it's
Yeah,
off the
right.
page, right, it will not.
Right.
And you can change the shape. Everything's customizable. You can do whatever you want to it. You can twist it.
Smaller.
You can change the color. Anything.
So it's almost like SmartBook in this way.
Yeah,
they've
kind
done
of.
something which is like Smart Notebook.
Yeah, just yep, sure. And how they did it is up here. There's the shapes. If you want to make anything, if you want to add anything else, if kids want to add anything else, it's very simple to do. You can make copies of them if you want more, if you want less, whatever you want with
So
this.
it's like PowerPoint.
This is yes, Google Slides is PowerPoint. This Google. But what's nice about Google,
Stay on your drive.
what's better about
ready, everything is ready.
everything is saved,
Shapes.
everything is ready. You can access it from anywhere, phone, computer, tablet, this computer, that computer, everywhere. Also, I want to tell a little story. I was working with Rita Franco, middle division social studies teacher, and she emailed me a project that she already made and she was giving to her students, a country project. And she asked me to give 3 technology ideas to infuse TPACK into her lesson. She had to teach her technology, but it was just the fact that she was using Google Slides. There was nothing really to it. So I had just found this. I looked at her, she already made the whole project. I looked at 3 different ideas inside her project, and I gave her 3 ideas of, you're going to see more of them, that she could use to infuse her lessons and infuse her project, make it even stronger. I'm going to show you an example of her student project after. So, labeling, I'm just going to run through these ideas with you of what he made in here. And again, keep in mind, you can use only one of this if you like one of these, or use all of them, or create your own notebook and pick which ones you like.
And we could do this ourselves. I mean, this is a template that he has.
He made this, but you can make this. Yeah,
Using regular Google Slides.
I can show you easily how to make it. Yeah, so yeah, simple. Caption this. You might recognize this. I've done this before on Tech Tuesday. If you have an image, you pull in thought bubble or speech bubble. I love it for history, for Torah studies, 100%. Make the
That
kids.
comes ready, shapes?
So this is made for you, but you can insert these up here again in shapes. You can insert right here callouts, whatever you want.
Different shapes.
Yeah.
And this becomes an activity for the kids to do.
Exactly. This is now the kids create and the kids generate. Movable vocabulary. Categorizing. Digital diorama map. This is one of the things I suggested for Rita, because they're doing projects, they're doing countries all around the world. So you can put a map in here, and then you can label with the images, and then maybe you can also label, you can pull text in. Comic strip, again the thought bubbles and the speech bubbles. Also keep in mind that since the size is customizable, you can make it long if you want. How about lab report, or look at sequencing, showing the process, labeling the numbers, the order. You do math, science, anything, history, anything.
What you can move it in, those numbers.
Exactly, wherever you want them.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Simcha.
Math. Likert scale, showing how much you agree or disagree with something, or how you feel about something. Then you could, and then explaining why, or just saying how you feel about something and then justifying your position, which lends into an argument, which lends into essay writing.
And then they would share this with us.
Yeah, so technically, if this is posted in your Google Classroom, you have access to seeing it at all times, or you could give this to them, and they could turn it into your Google Classroom.
Because if we made a copy for each of them, you post it as an assignment, make a copy, and whatever they would change, it would be viewable by us. Interesting.
Yes.
You post it on the classroom.
Yes.
And
that's how we give it
everyone
to
will
them.
do his
Yes.
job.
Exactly.
So how you call it? Classroom what? How do you call it?
Google Classroom.
Slide?
This
No,
is Google Slides.
Google Slide.
Huh? Interactive poster. Any of you have heard of HyperDocs? The whole new craze. It's taking either Google Doc or Google Slide and infusing it with links. So each thing any image that you have, you could embed a link into it. So let's say right now you have an article, like the kids wrote a journal article here and they put 2 pictures. Then all these blue things, those are all links. So not hyperlink, usually you think of it opens up a website.
Right.
But inside Google, you could link it to a Google Doc.
Oh, wow.
Oh. You could link it to a Google Slide. You could link it to a Google form.
Wow.
So if the kid wrote an article and then had a Google form linked to the end, or a picture, you clicked a picture and a form popped up, and then there were 3 questions about, so then they would assess if you read the article. So, boom, mind blown. Next one is shades of meaning for vocab. Sticky note brainstorming. So either brain dump, just brainstorming for writing, or research. Having the kids take notes, research, and then the colors would be for the different topics to organize their thoughts and translate them into paragraph writing. Again, since it's a template, you can make 100 copies of purple if you want. The arrows you can change, put them anywhere.
So what you widen those, you widen them. You put them in and you widen.
Yes. What's awesome about shapes inside Google is that once you make a shape, they're also their text boxes as well. So you can just start typing on it.
But the kids, what they're gonna see? How you gonna make it? How do you make it one big? Like if it's like a slide, what do you do? How do you open it as a slide?
Press present to make it big.
Each one.
No,
each slide.
Each slide. Yes.
Each slide.
So you can make 5 pages of this.
So this is really just a preparation. If I want to make it as a presentation, they're not going to see these on the side.
Right. This is for student work. Students are going to create to show says to you.
Right.
The presentation to us.
Presentation.
If you want
to see one slide by slide.
Sure. If you want the kids to then present what they did to the rest of the class.
Right, and to explain or whatever.
Sure. Here we go. Now we're translating it even more into essay writing. Boom. Graphic organizer. And look at the colors.
Yeah, it's good for Pesach.
Sure. Also, I want everyone to keep in mind that since we're in Google Slides and not in PowerPoint, this is collaborative. Not only could the students work together on this at the same time, the teacher can work with the student. You can put comments. Let's say idea 1, the kids put something in and it's not well thought out. It's not developed yet. I can click on this and I can add a comment and tell them what they need to do to make it better. So keep that in mind of why we love Google, because it's collaborative, not only students together, but teacher to student as well. Scientific method. Oh wait, scientific method is so 5 years ago. No problem. Here's the engineering design process. We don't have any science teachers in the room, but the science teachers loved that earlier today. So again, I love how Naomi, you just said that's great for Pesach. Everything in here, these are templates. These are just ideas of what you can do, and now you can take it and create. You're so creative. Anything you want with it. So this is free. This link is in my Google Doc that you all have in your drive. So reference it. And here's a link right here. This is Matt's Miller that I talk about all the time. His blog post. So it's more ideas, more inspiration. You can read about it, and the template is there for free for you. Just copy paste like I've showed you before in other Tech Tuesdays.
Can I ask him?